What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are here with a brand new series breakdown for the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays just came off their first series win since the start of the year up against the Angels last series. So today they're playing against the Cleveland Guardians, looking to carry that momentum into this series. If you guys are excited for this one, make sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so here we go. Game 1, Blue Jays riding high after the series win against the Angels, and they look to carry their momentum into Game 1, but it wouldn't start out great.
Getting the opportunity in the leadoff spot. Hits that one to right, hits it well. Lucas back.
Max Scherzer on the mound, and he lets up a first batter home run to start off the game, and it would only get worse from there. As after George Valero would make it 3-0, this would happen.
Fielder, Angel Martinez.
And swung in and hammered to deep right.
Martinez, who for some reason is the Blue Jay killer, hits a home run off Max Scherzer, makes it 5-0 Guardians in the first inning. And after Vladdy would ground out to bring home a run to make it 5-1, it would be time for Jesus Sanchez.
In the cleanup spot again. Sanchez hits one high and deep to center.
Jesus Sanchez hits a home run to the WestJet flight deck, and Kazuma Okamoto does the same.
This is empty. He's stroked out to deep center. Moving back Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Big Oak has risen as he smacks his solo homer into dead center field, makes it 5-3 Guardians. Blue Jays cutting down the lead, and then this happens.
But it's a good lineup. Swung on, hit high in the air, deep right center.
For whatever reason, Max Scherzer is still in this baseball game, and Martinez once again, his second homer of the game, makes it 7-3 Guardians. The Blue Jays would try and fight back, make it 7-4, but then the Guardians would make it 8-4. And then in the bottom of the sixth, it looked like the Blue Jays had a real chance of coming back after making it 8-6, but then they'd be down to their final out.
Schneider 0 for 2 with a walk. Swung on, a little pop. Shallow center. Quan in. Schneemann makes the catch.
Davis Schneider would fly out to end the game. Blue Jays drop game 1, 8-6, and they look to bounce back in game 2. Now it's time for game 2 of the series, and the Blue Jays would look to bounce back, but like always, it would not start out their way.
Here's the shortstop, Ryan Rocchio. The ground, Brito's given home. Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez would fumble this dribbler back to the mound, and a run would score to make it 1-0, but then the Blue Jays would fight back.
Nice drove in one.
He drives one high and deep to center field.
Kazuma Okamoto launches another homer, 2 in as many games, to the WestJet flight deck, 425 feet, and the Blue Jays would keep it rolling.
Season, it just hasn't been happening for our show with a ground ball that will get by Brito and into right field.
With runners on the corners, Varsho would drive in Vladdy from third with an RBI single to make it 2-1 Blue Jays, and then Andres Jimenez would be at the plate.
Middle scoring position.
Jimenez lifts it down the left field line. Long run. Valera slides near the corner.
This ball skims the foul line, barely staying fair, and it drives in 2 to make it 4-1 for the Jays, but the Guardians would try and fight back.
One lead, and he's pitched to beauty. Fry with a high drive deep left field.
David Fry would do his best after launching a solo home run to left field, but that is all the Guardians would get as they would be down to their final out. Bang! Louis Varland once again closes the game, comes in, shuts the door. Blue Jays win 5-3 and look to win this series tomorrow. After splitting the first 2 games of the series, the Blue Jays would look to win this series at home, and it would start off great for them.
Jays and Guerrero at the plate. Line to left, it's a base hit.
Early in the first, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hits a RBI single to left field to make it 1-0 Jays. And after Jesus Sanchez made it 2-0, this would happen.
The middle, they're a double play depth. Rocchio, there you go, to right center. That one will fall for a base hit.
The Red Sox would fight back later in the 5th inning to cut the score in half to make it 2-1, and then they would look for more.
And the Guardians will need some 2-out magic.
It's that one hard to left field.
Martinez, who killed the Blue Jays this entire series, hits a RBI single to tie the game, but then Jesus Sanchez would do this.
Reclaim the lead, and it's hit well to right field.
Jesus Sanchez launches a 2-run home run to make it 4-2 Blue Jays late in the game, and then the Guardians would be down to their final out.
And the pitch. Got him!
Louis Varland shuts the door. Blue Jays win 4-2 and they win back-to-back series. Let's freaking go. Now it's the time of the episode where we go over each individual starting pitcher for the series. And the game one starter was Max Scherzer, and he was absolute dog shit, alright? 2 1/3, 6 hits, 7 earned runs, 3 home runs, 3 walks with 0 strikeouts, finishing the day 1 strikeout away from 5,000. Now for the day 2 starter in Kevin Gausman, he was a little less dog shit, a lot less dog shit than Max Scherzer. 6 2/3, 6 hits allowed, only 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and 0 walks. Amazing day from Kevin Gausman. And for the day 3 starter, Patrick Corbin, who was also pretty solid. He just allowed 2 runs on 6 hits with 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and pitched 4 2/3 innings. Pretty solid if you ask me. And now it's the time of the episode where we give out good and bad Blue Jay awards to the Blue Jays who performed and underperformed throughout the series. The first award is the player of the series, and this goes to Kazuma Okamoto, who in 3 games had 4 hits, 2 of which were home runs, 3 RBIs, along with 2 walks. Now it's time for the starter of the series, and this one was pretty close between Kevin Gausman and Patrick Corbin, but I gave the slight edge to Gausman, who went 6 2/3 once again, 6 innings, 6 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, and only 1 walk. The reliever of the series is Mason Fluharty, but they didn't have any clips of him, so I'm going to just put this on a loop. He went an inning and a third with no hits, no earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and no walks. Absolute domination. Now for the defensive play of this series, it comes in game 2, Kazuma Okamoto with a diving play over at third base and the 1 hopper to Vladdy to get the out. Absolutely insane. The clutch moment of the series goes to Jesus Sanchez, as it was a tie game in 2-2 in the bottom of the 6th in game 3, and he hit a 2-run home run to give the Blue Jays the lead. The loss of aura moment is just Max Scherzer in general. His start was pretty bad, but it's also the fact that he's still only 1 strikeout away from 5K after 2 starts where he could have got it, so you gotta get there even though you don't have it anymore. The walk-off to the dugout award, which goes to the worst hitter of the series, is Yohendrick Pinango, and even though he was only up for 1 game, he struck out the most in the series when he struck out 3 times. And finally, the unlucky moment of the series goes to Nathan Lucas after he ripped this double into the gap, but then had to leave the game with left leg soreness. He got placed on the 10-day IL, praying for a quick recovery. Now it's the time of the episode where we go over the good and the bad from the Blue Jays series against the Guardians. And for the good, I have the bullpen and the defense. The bullpen was lights out after the starters did their job, and then the defense came up with the clutch plays when it mattered most. And for the bad, I have starting pitching, which is mainly on a Max Scherzer, and the offensive inconsistency. In the first 2 games, there were lots of opportunities the Blue Jays had, but they were just all over the place and they couldn't really do anything. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to like and subscribe. The Blue Jays win the series against the Guardians, and they're looking to win the homestand against the Boston Red Sox, coming to town for another 3-game series. So if y'all are excited for that one, like I am, make sure you like and subscribe because we're going to be breaking that one down. But with that being said, it's been your boy Brandon. I break down the Toronto Blue Jays, and I'll see you next time. Peace.